Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about the design considerations for your DIY hot tub control room. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so first things first, what is a DIY hot tub control room? Well, it is the room or the location where you're going to have your pumps, your blowers, your spa pack, your filter, and any other kind of dosing kit, UV systems, any of that is all going to be in this location. And of course your heater as well if you're using an external heater. Now, there's lots of different design considerations, and hopefully by the end of this video I'll give you a whole bunch of clarity on exactly what you need for your DIY hot tub control room. Now, before we get onto that, always a great opportunity for me to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos just like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on my channel focuses on DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, parts, and pretty much everything in between. Okay, so with that out the way, let's start with the location considerations for your control room. Now, for a DIY hot tub, having the control room as close as possible to your hot tub is really beneficial. The shorter the runs of pipe, the greater the pressure, the more power on those jets. So you don't want to have huge, 50, 60, 100 feet. That just doesn't work for hot tubs. It's possible, we can make it work. However, if you can get within 15 or 20 feet, that is ideal for your control room location. Next consideration is the control room elevation. So this is the relative position against your hot tub. So by this, I mean, is it going to be above or below the waterline of your hot tub? Now, I talk a lot about this on the channel and on the blog over at builderhottub.com because it's really important. If you get this bit wrong, you put the wrong kit in, it's just not going to work. In a perfect scenario, your control room will be below the waterline. And the reason that you want this is so that you can use hot tub parts. Hot tub pumps, for example, are centrifugal pumps. They cannot prime themselves, so that means that they need to be fed water by gravity. The big benefit of this is they're hugely cheaper than swimming pool pumps. You always have that swimming pool tax, again, another thing I talk about a lot on this channel and over at the blog. You want to avoid that if at all possible, so by keeping your control room below the waterline. Now, below the waterline doesn't mean you've got to have it level with the bottom of your hot tub. It just means that your pumps need to be underneath or lower than the surface of the water. The general rule is if you didn't do anything and you opened up the pipes, would water naturally flow to the pump? If it would, then you're totally fine and you can use a hot tub kit in your control room. Now, the question I always get asked is how big should the control room be? My answer is always the same. It should be as big as you can afford space-wise to have it. The bigger it is, the more space you have, the easier it is to service your kit, the easier it is to get in there and change a filter. Don't do what I did. One of the biggest mistakes that I made with my own hot tub was making that control room way too small. Things were crammed in there and it just made service a real issue. It was that bigger an issue that after a year or so I actually remodeled, and I do have a video on this channel of me remodeling my control room as well. So how much size should you allow? Well, each pump needs about a foot wide, and if you allow a foot wide and 2 feet long, you'll be totally fine. Each blower, you allow the same, and that will be plenty. A spa pack, again, allow the same, so 1 foot wide, 2 feet long. A filter, now if you go on a 50 square feet cartridge filter, which is generally what we use in our DIY hot tubs, you need the vertical height for that, which you should allow around 18 inches, so 1.5 feet, and that will allow you access to the top. If you can allow 2 feet, even better. It just means getting that cartridge out of the filter is going to be a lot easier. In terms of the heater you use, it's really, how long's a piece of string. The size of the heaters do vary, so check the specifications of your gas heater or your air source heat pump that you're using on your DIY hot tub to make sure that you do have enough space for it in your control room. And as a side note, hot tub kit all needs to be covered. You can't leave hot tub pumps or air blowers or spa packs out in the elements like you can with a swimming pool pad. Gas heaters, those kind of things that are more swimming pool related, they can live outdoors. So you can have a kind of hybrid, if you like, with your hot tub kit covered in your control room and then your gas heater and your air source heat pump outside in the elements. That works totally fine. Always check with the manufacturer and their guidelines for the specific product that you're looking to use. Services. So services, I mean electricity, water, gas, propane, these kind of things. If you're going to be using any of these, obviously you've got to have them run to your control room. So if you are in a rural location, maybe getting electricity or gas to that location is going to be an issue. Obviously, you want to check this out before you start the whole project, and it comes right down to the planning stage. Planning is so important when you're designing and building a DIY hot tub. Get the plan right, and it just makes life so much easier as you move through the build. So make sure you can get the services that you need to your control room. And finally, I'm going to go back there again. Access for maintenance. It comes down to the size. Make sure that you have access to get to your filter, to get to your pump, to get to your spa pack without needing to remove parts of your plumbing. I say that because I had to with my own. Don't make the mistake that I did. Give yourself plenty of room. Think about the fact that you're going to need access in the future to change filters, to maybe upgrade spa packs. The more space you have, the easier the access, the easier the maintenance will be. And on that note, I will finish with, if I can help you in any way, please do get in touch. I'm always happy to hear from you. As always, I appreciate the view. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.